Rachel, you've become like our resident Substack expert, which I love.
And thank you. A client the other day, I've been training him, called me Substack mommy. And I was like, oh my God, that is hilarious.
You're the Substack mom. I love that. That's actually, I think, perfect, because you are. I mean, you're really good about sharing. You're using it for your brand.
Yeah.
Tell everybody real quickly that's watching this and doesn't know who you are, just real briefly about what you do, and then we'll talk about how you've learned so much about Substack that now you're sharing this with everybody.
Hi, Panda. Panda said, hi, mommy. It's hilarious. Okay, so I'm Bad Redhead Media, LLC. I'm in Northern California. I'm an author. I've written 8 books. And for the past 14 years, I've been helping authors learn how to market their books, or I do everything for you, including social media. That's just one part of what I do. And Substack became very popular over the course of really the pandemic. It's when it really started to grow as a paid newsletter platform. However, people loved it so much that they also wanted to be able to use it more as like a blogging platform. So you don't have to charge. You don't have to have paid subs. You can keep it entirely free. Or, hi, Jason. Thank you so much. I learn from you guys too, all the freaking time.
We all do. We all learn from each other. I love our group.
Oh my gosh. The way I use Substack is really threefold. So if you think of it, it can actually do 5 or 6 things, but let's just focus on the main thing. If you just want to open an account as a reader, you don't have to create anything. You don't have to write anything. You just need to go in, log in, create an account, and then you can start following and subscribing and reading. So here's the difference. If you just want to read somebody's newsletter, you sign up or subscribe. I keep mine 100% free, but I do offer paid tiers in case people want to support. So I started in 2023 publishing pretty much once a week. I had 1,800 subscribers that I had collected over a decade of being an author that I had done nothing with. And then I came over to Substack. I uploaded all of my existing subscribers. And now 2 years later, a little over 2 years later, I have almost 10,000 subscribers, not paid. I don't want anyone to think that I have 10,000 paid subscribers. I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. I have about 20. Which is great. I'm really thankful that anybody wants to pay for that. But just so you know, a lot of people think, oh, I can't be on Substack because I don't want to have to charge for my newsletter. You don't have to charge. You can keep it 100% free. The other thing that it does is it exists as an online site where people can see your stuff, even if they don't subscribe to you. So let's say you go to Substack and you put in book marketing, hopefully my stuff will pop up, right? So that's the goal. And then also they have what's called Substack Notes, which is, again, you don't have to have a Substack. You can just create an account. Notes is like social media. Whatever you might post on Instagram or Facebook or X, you can also post on Substack Notes. So that's the part where people like it and follow and interact and repost and all that kind of stuff. I think one of the most wonderful things that they have is called recommendations. So you can actually recommend let's say you like and subscribe to 50 different Substacks. You can recommend all of those. It will show up on your profile. This is who Bad Redhead Media recommends. And then people get a notification that you have recommended them. And so it starts kind of growing that reciprocal, helpful, it's not tit for tat. I mean, I don't want people to feel like if you follow me, I'm not going to follow you or I automatically will. It's like anywhere else. If somebody's interesting to you, then follow them, repost them, help them grow, and then they'll continue on this particular site. So I think that kind of covers most of it. I do have several articles on how to grow your Substack. If you're an author, I think the best thing you can do is to participate in something like Written Word Media or Book Sweeps, where they do book promotions that help you grow your subscriber list. And I get anywhere from, I don't know, 800 to 1,500 new subscribers every month doing that. So even if you're not an author, I suggest if you want to grow your Substack, publish even a small little book about something you're an expert in, so you are published, and then you can really start growing from there. I hope that helps.
That was a great overview. And I know people in the comments are like, wow, this is great information.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
yes, you can do audio and video. I didn't go into that, but that is something that you can live stream. Jim is really into that and knows a lot about that on Substack. So I'm learning from him. I haven't gone down those roads yet, only because I'm just too busy, but I would eventually like to start doing like what you're doing here, live streaming.
yeah. And, you know, Jason put in the comments here that some people have the ability to live stream on Substack. Jim's talked about that here. He told me that I could do it as well. That was the RTMP. I think I have to go get that from Substack and put it in a streamer or from, something like that. I mean, I'm going to make time and work on this because I really want to utilize Substack, because when you're using an email service like, say, MailChimp, I use MailChimp, and Substack's free.
It is free.
And and while some people like to be able to customize, what their newsletter looks like, if that's not a big issue for you, I actually like the layout of Substacks. I like the newsletter. It's simple, it's easy to read, and I really like that. So I want to transition all my newsletters over to Substack because, number one, you save money, and number two, it's not just for newsletters. You can build community there
around anything. Like I see that Panda said, would you suggest comic books? If you just go into Substack and search on comic books, you will find thousands of people writing about it that you can connect with.
You'll find your people, because it's a community platform.
It really is.
It started off as a newsletter platform, and I do remember when it came out, and it really attracted authors. I remember all of that, but it didn't really become mainstream. It became mainstream more recently, but they just have all these features now, and it's very community oriented, where there's so much. And that's why I tell people, follow Rachel on there. If you follow Rachel and you follow Jim's not here today with us, but when you follow them, they're using it so well. Like when I watch what they do on there, is exactly how to use the platform. So be sure to follow. Go ahead, Marie.
Quick question. I was just talking with some people yesterday about the idea when you follow people on X, for instance, all of a sudden you start getting all this content from people you don't even know, but it's about that topic. On Substack, we don't have to deal with that. Right.
Well, see, this is where it's a little confusing, but just okay. So if let's say, Maria, you subscribe to me, then you'll see everything that I post, whether it's
that you post,
that I post. But if you only follow me, then you're going to see what I post on Substack notes. So a subscriber becomes a subscriber and a follower, whereas a follower is just a follower. So they're not subscribing to my
but it's your stuff. It's your stuff. I'm not getting every author
no
on the whole platform of Substack getting into my feed because somebody out there is watching what I like, and they're feeding me a bunch of other stuff. I want you. I like you.
Yeah. So in your activity feed, excuse me, I don't know if you can do this, click on activity right now on the left-hand side of your toolbar.
On Substack?
Yeah, Madeline, right, there you go. So if you look at that, there's an option, I'm not seeing it. Usually there's an option at the top that says for you. Oh, it might be under home, actually. I take that back. Just hit the home button. So here you go. On the top left. For you, or you can click on following. It defaults to for you, and that's when you go in to set up your Substack. You click the topics you're interested in, and you'll start seeing those things like you would on any other platform. However, if you click on following, you're only going to see the people that you actually follow or subscribe.
That's what I would like.
Yes,
because my mission out here on social media in general is to curate my own what I'm exposed to. Yeah. I don't want all the junk and ads and everything. And I don't like somebody thinking for me and going to find, 50 accounts that they think I might like. I'm like, no, that's not why I'm here.
Yeah. So if you go down to your settings, which is on the left under menu, you can go in and scroll down just to what your interests are. The other thing I wanted to add, though, Madeline, really quickly, is you mentioned that it can be expensive to use MailChimp or ConvertKit or any of
that. No.
Yeah. It's totally free, but also from a security standpoint, you don't have to put in, and I didn't want to put in my home address on my newsletter because I've had stalkers. I didn't want anybody knowing where I lived. Security is a real issue because you have to have, in the United States and UK, in order for people to opt in, you have to have a physical mailing address. And so a lot of people got PO boxes. Now with Substack, you don't have to do any of that. It's there.
Really? Because you have to do that with all the others. Interesting. Yeah, I had to have a PO box. Interesting. So they just use a default Substack address.
So how do they make their money?
Wow.
When people subscribe, they take their percentage off the top. So if somebody's sending me, let's say my subscription is $80 for the year, I think they take 10%. So that's $8 off. That's how they make money. They are going to be starting ads. So I'm really curious to see what that ends up looking like. I have no idea.
That could totally change the landscape of it all.
It really could.
Well, I think this is such a good time for people to take advantage of Substack because it's really emerging. Like in the past, I would say 6 months or so, it has skyrocketed. It's become so much more mainstream. I love how it's a newsletter, a community, a feed. It's a lot of things rolled into one, and it's all free. And you could have paid subscribers if you want. You don't have to. What a lot of people do is like what you do, Rachel. Your newsletter is free, but you do have a paid version that you know. It's like if you want, it's a great way to support the person, and then you can just have extra perks, very much like a Patreon or something.
Yeah, and also if you subscribe to somebody, it'll say, "Do you want to comp other people because you love this person? You don't have to pay anything. You just get like a 1 month free
nice
like referral to send people to it. It's great. So you can refer to them, they can refer to you. But I think for anybody just starting out, if you want to follow me, I go through how Substack works, but you can find tons of how-to stuff or just ask ChatGPT. It'll tell you.
Yeah. you break it down in a way that's so easy to understand.
Thank you. I try. Yeah.
I always learn a lot from how you're doing it. So I just said, tell everybody, just go follow you on Substack, go sign up for Substack, play around with it. You don't have to have a newsletter. Just use the feed. It's kind of, you know what it reminds me of? Old Twitter.
It really does. It's much more text-based, which a lot of people like. It's kind of like what Twitter and even Facebook used to be when it wasn't constant videos coming at you. And I like the quietness of that.
I do too. And it's just not too busy and too difficult to deal with and too algorithmy. I'm making up a word there. Like it feels good being in there.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say there's over 5 million paid subscriptions on Substack.
Really?
There's over 20 million monthly active subscribers. And it says
how many?
20 million monthly active subscribers.
Wow.
I'm on Backlinko. I'll share this in school. And also it says the top 10 authors on Substack collectively make $40 million a year.
Wow.
That's insane.
But they're like celebrities using it. Yeah, celebrities are using it now.
Journalists.
A lot of journalists, especially the independent journalists, that's become such a big thing now. A lot of people that have left the networks and they're doing their own thing. I mean, a great example who's done so well with this is Don Lemon, who used to be at CNN years ago. And he started a YouTube channel about 2 years ago. And he does his show from home. He live streams twice a day, Monday through Friday, is huge. And he's about to hit 1 million subscribers just on YouTube.
Crazy.
I know he also broadcasts to all the platforms. I know TikTok he has way more, but it's wild to see how some of these journalists have embraced like the stuff we do, like let's have a live stream and let's just go back to basics. He at first, when he started doing it, he was using like a fancy studio he was paying for. And then sometimes he would just do it from home and everybody said, do it from home. This is better. We prefer this. It's real. It's authentic. So that's what he does. He broadcasts from his home. It's wild. It's like, who does that? Journalism is really changing.
It really is.
Traditional media versus independent media is super interesting. But it's good that we all learn about this stuff, because it's just good stuff to know, because with technology is constantly changing, new things are emerging. It's hard to keep up with it all. And I'm so glad Panda's here with us and learning about Substack. That's so cool. It's just, there's so much to learn, but it's hard to stay on top. I can't even stay on top of it all. I try. It's not easy.
It's hard too, because we learn by teaching, right? That's the highest form of learning. So in training clients, it's interesting because I'm seeing the things that are confusing them, that I feel like they should talk to me. Like, I can fix some stuff for them, Substack, give me a call. But I'm understanding there's like 2 different areas for settings and 3 different dashboards, and it can get overwhelming. So just go slow, start slow.
Absolutely. Great advice. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. This is always a fun hour of conversation, and we all just learn so much, and we continue it over in SKOOL. So for anybody here that's not joined us, it's free to join skool.com/Madeline Sklar. That's me. And come hang out with us. I'm sure we're going to have more conversations about that.